Hi, my name is Sterling Chu, Second Growth Homes, and I'm going to take you on a little trip into the woods with me today. We're out here at Corner Bay Road System, about halfway between Tennecky Inlet and Chatham Strait, out there. I've been logging cedar in this area with my dad for almost 10 years. This is actually right where we originally started. We originally started with cable yarding. We could only reach up from the road a couple hundred feet. And now we harvest our timber with my dad's elderly Kobelco 120 excavator, and we build what we call a timber skid road. And this is what allows us to, you can see the road right there, this is what allows us to get far enough back there to get far back in a way that really has minimal disturbance on the earth, the soil, and everything. So it's a corduroy road. So we log with a small machine, so we don't have to clear up 50-foot swath through the forest or anything like that. And we build a 20-foot wide flotation skid road. So you can see some of the logs right there, but the road is corduroyed with timber. And we float the machine out there. We pull out less than a third of the stand, so it's very selective cut, and then we pull our way back out. And what it does is it just lets light into the forest, and these little strips provide some diversity. So we drag a lot of trees out of here. There's a lot of material that gets ground up by the machines into those roads. So they're like super fertilized little strips that go through the forest. And there's always this incredible explosion of young trees and foliage that the deer like. And it's really a surprisingly positive thing. So we're gonna fire the machine up, warm up, and head out there for the day. I just started the machine for the day. Let it warm up for 15 minutes before we head out there. We've got absolutely gorgeous day today. Just gorgeous. Starting to feel like fall. It's a little bit crisp out here. We got the sun coming up. It's glorious. This is probably my favorite place to be, especially on a day like today. So I'm planning for a nice, safe, slow day out there. I'm going really far back today, and I'm bringing out 14 or 15 large cedars that I cut last year. We've taken 2 truckloads out of there so far this year, and this will be another 2. So we're going really far back. We're getting really big trees, and we've actually got a fairly small machine for doing this. The way we do it, you know, see how the road curves around all this stuff? We try to be super minimally invasive, so our roads are small, which means we have to bring out small bundles on the road. So let's just do it today. It's kind of slow, but by the end of the day, we're going to have an entire truckload of selectively cut, high-quality cedar that's all getting milled for local projects, people's houses, trim, fascias, decks, all that kind of stuff. So it's going to be an amazing day out here for us. So we're all warmed up. Just got in my cab. Nick and Phin just walked out ahead of me, and we are going to go into the woods. Drag out some cedars. Here's my view out the front of the cab we're going to be looking at today. It's a Kobelco excavator. Actually pretty impressed with the machine all around. We're had it for 4 or 5 years now. That's a grapple my dad had made for us in China, and it's not a rotating grapple, which would be really nice, but it's great for road building, brush clearing. It's really moving stuff around. It's a great tool. So I'm gonna rev up. Right there you can see my main line. So those are my 4 bells. That's where the 4 bells go, rather. So there you can see my choker. There's my 4 hooks. I can grab up to 4 chokers at once. Today we're actually probably only going to be moving 1 big log at a time. And part of that's based on the kind of logging that we do, which is just low impact. So it's hard to bring huge bundle of logs out on these curvy roads that we have, so we have to take smaller loads, but the timber is so high quality that it's worth it, and we just love seeing the forest. So nice to leave behind. So we're gonna head out. Got a long ways to go. We have 14 feet, 14 loads pack out of here today, so it'll be a long day. So here you can see our flotation road, corduroy road. We have great luck doing this, you know. You just stay up above the grade of the earth and float the machine in. You work the unit and you float the machine out. You can see the sides of the road. We've been working here for 3 years, maybe 4 years, and here's all the young baby trees that are exploding on the hillsides. Nice young spruce trees. So you first log, you see a little dirt, you kind of tear it up a little bit like you see when you get out here, and then just one season it explodes, and a huge part of it is the rev up and climb this hill here. So a huge part of this the reason that we see such an explosion of growth some piece of move this, get that out of the road real quick. Alright, just got my road cleared and continue up. Part of the reason that we see these amazing explosion of growth in these skid roads when we're done is because of the light. So we made this strip now through the forest where some sun can get in. And what it does is it promotes diversity. So, you know, you get a forest that's mostly the same age, kind of the same kind of habitat all throughout it, which is great, you know. It's big timber. Good for deer in the winter when the snow's heavy. If it's small, young growth, it's good for the deer in the spring and summer when they want to eat in the early fall. So here, we open this strip up and it promotes diversity. All these other age of timber, trees, brush, and stuff starts growing in here. And provides a place where the deer can calm down, then I'll go up this hill. Oh yeah. So what this will do when we're done, we fluff this all up and all these new plants grow. So it's still big timber here and it's still big timber there. We don't reach out very far on either side, with just a little bit. So this area of the forest is opened up like this for sun. See the sun coming in here? This explodes with all this young growth, and then now the deer can sleep in the old growth and they can feed on the edges of this strip in the winter. And while it's fresh, they can use it to walk on. They just all the animals love walking on these things. So when we're done, you know, 3 or 4 years down the road, you'd be hard pressed to tell it was a skid trail. You really would. I'm gonna speed up and charge this hill. That's the top to a huge cedar tree. You can see where it's like we're in the forest out here, right? So there's a big top right there, and we got 15 big trees like that right here. So we're gonna take this one out, then we're gonna cut this one, nice cedar right in front of us, get us a little farther back, take a couple more, cut that one, take a couple more. There we go. One more. Oh. That bottomed out. Oh, there you go. Timber. Beautiful. Nicely done. That was perfect. Nice. I'm on my 4th turn out of here today. Talk to the camera. 4th turn out of here today. Nick just set my choker on this nice cedar. And then over there are the next ones coming out. Nice little cluster. Here I am about to take another turn out. Just getting back into the pile now. It's going real good. There's a beautiful one. That's I'm hooked onto that big one. Another one behind it, and there's about 15 right there. So just working our way through the forest, dragging these babies out. I think this is my 8th turn to the road, 7th turn to the road. So we got a nice pile going, and moving right along with the day. It's about noon. Here we are about 12:30, a little over halfway through the day. Got 8 turns in. A nice pile of logs going, about half a truckload so far, so we're right on track. I was slipping going up the big hill that last time a little bit, moving a lot of weight down it, so I got to do a little work on my way back up, but we're hoping to get another 5 or 6 down here and have a full load. We got some monsters coming out next, but that's as good as it gets for yellow cedar on our part of northern Chichikov Island. That's as good as it gets. As you can see, the job's a bit bumpy, you know? Really shakes you up after you've been out here doing this all day. So I had nothing but respect for these operators that do this day in and day out. It's brutal on the body. But second growth homes, I only have to do, I do just a couple days of this a month because we don't process giant amounts of timber, like a big production company would, and really enjoy it. It keeps the impact on everybody, on people and all the environment a little bit less. So it's the big hill. We started this day, there was no mud, but I've been bringing a lot down with me from above. So there's a corduroy road, log road in there, and I just got one spot I'm struggling with a little bit, so these are my road logs here, and take these babies up there, dig in, lay them in my road, and see if I can't make it up this baby a little smoother. Okay. go. But here I am, just benched out on top of that big hill. Get to the top of the hill, I can throttle down a little bit. Let the machine cool down, save some fuel as I creep across this flat area here, and then get a little bit of a climb right at the end of this flat. Then we go down to the logs. As you can see, it's just gorgeous forest there. Gorgeous forest there. That's all logged. We're already done. This is all done. So this is just already growing back. This little road, it takes about one season for them to spring back. And this will look just like all the rest of this, except for even more so. I'm gonna rev up and climb this little mound, and we'll go grab another monster log here. So this is one of our biggest trees of the day and one of our last trees of the day. Got a nice load down there, so accomplished our goals for the day. Had a good day. So I pulled that one towards me about 30 feet, and he just took off the extension extender, and then now he's going to choke onto his short, and I'm going to take that one down. Crazy how we would do this. We're just, you see this? We're just in the forest right now, and we just creep through and pull out what we're gonna and leave the rest. Okay, here we go. Driving up to pick up the load that we yarded yesterday. I'm in our old Kenworth self-loader. Got Koa on the lookout for deer. Got a lot of leaves on the road this time of the year, which kind of sucks, but other than that, be a nice easy day today. The wipers on this truck are so cool. Windshield wipers, they're air powered. These Kenworth log trucks are one of those machines made by Americans that are just incredible. You know, they are strong and good for a long time. So, we love this drive up. It's just beautiful. So here we are. It's the next day, second day. I'm up here on the log truck. I just finished loading the whole load of cedar, so we got all our logs on the truck. I'm just gonna do a slow spin here and you can see what we're looking at there. So there's the logs. That's where our pile was right there. There's the skid road. The excavator. Just got her shut down for the week. And you can see Kenworth truck behind me. Real dandy loads, full right to the brim. Just got to get down this mountain, and that's mission success. And here's the logs on the log truck. This is our final step out here in the woods before we drive down. It's quite a wonderful load of cedar. That pile's almost 10 feet tall. Just beauties. This is the loader. So I load them on the truck. There's the excavator in the road, and you know, they came way, the cedars came from way out there. Just got to drive down this mountain. It's Friday afternoon. Oh, I guess it's midday Friday. I should ahead. So midday Friday. It's always nice to end a week with a big truckload success like this. It's huge. So this is a wonderful load. This makes all kinds of stuff for all kinds of people. I don't know how many times we're going to see it up here again this year. It's October 2nd today. So it's noon on our second day out here. Got our truck loaded up with the cedars. Excavator's running great and ready to go for another load. We got one more out there this year. That was the flaps on the radiator open on the truck. She just warmed up all the way after 2.5 hours. So I am heading down the mountain. That's the end of this part. We go down, we unload, and then the millers take it from there. That's where I drop rate the loader from. That's our winch for when we do cable yard, grapple, cedar pile.